Are you the victim of a scam? Go to judgejudy.com, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter.
Okay, so now what is it? Are you full of baloney, or are you going to be able to document the fact that you got the other $4,000 in cash someplace a week later?
I know, and it's if...
No, I don't want to hear yabba dabba do. I want to hear, am I full of baloney, or I owe her $4,000, or give me some time and I'll be able to give you the paperwork on the transaction.
I could definitely provide a withdrawal receipt.
For the $4,000 that you took out?
Both times. Well, yeah.
Both times?
Well, the first time, ma'am. Second time I had a transaction.
I'm old, but I'm not addled. You paid her $4,000 as a deposit.
Yes, ma'am.
It's the other $4,000 that's at issue in this case. Now, three things happen. Either you're full of baloney in the answer you just gave me, that you had another transaction, and that was so you had $4,000 in cash the next week, or you can show me that you pulled another $4,000 from the bank, or you owe her $4,000. Which is it?
I can't provide you with the receipt on the transaction.
Then you owe her $4,000. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done. Thank you very much.
Step out. Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
My opinion's the only one that counts.
I'd got a phone call from her soon-to-be ex-husband saying that the trailer was his.
I am happy that she is making him accountable for what he owes me.
There's money that's unaccounted for in a divorce.
Definitely not give him the title prior to me getting all my money.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us here tonight for News 40 at 5. I'm Noah Fairber.
And I'm Chris Allen. Welcome to a Thursday afternoon and evening.
We're almost there, Chris. Almost to Christmas weekend.
And it's almost winter.
Yeah. A few more hours, and we're there at winter. A few more days, we're at Christmas. It's like, it's all coming up at once.
And at 9:27 tonight, everything will turn cold and it's going to snow.
I wish.
That's not how it works. Here's a look at the 4-hour clouds and radar. There have been a few sprinkles out east of us, over toward the Lake Cumberland area, Green River Lake. All we've had here today is just cloud cover, and a lot of that is beginning to fade away from our west. As you can see from the live cam, downtown Bowling Green, look at that. Some clearing of the clouds that we've had with us all day today. It's not going to become all the way clear tonight, but we will see some by tomorrow morning, a low of 34 under a mostly cloudy sky. We'll take a look at that 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Our top story tonight, a Muhlenberg County man reported missing just 3 weeks ago is found dead in Jessamine County this week. Kentucky State Police say that 52-year-old Breathitt Kelly's body was positively identified Wednesday. Kelly was originally discovered by hunters on November 16th in a very steep and wooded terrain. The Jessamine County Medical Examiner says Central City native died of hypothermia. The sheriff's office is conducting an investigation into the circumstances surrounding Kelly's death, but right now officials say that foul play is not suspected. During this season of happiness and family time, it's important to remember those who are unhoused and often separated from their families. News 40 reporter Tucker Covey attended a ceremony to remember the unhoused in our community that passed this year and joins us in the studio tonight with more details.
Hotel Inc. puts on a yearly remembrance ceremony for those in our community who were unhoused. Many times, these people were considered family to the workers at the group. It was a touching ceremony. Take a look. Inside the chapel at Hotel Inc., community members gather to remember those who have passed this year. Many were still struggling with homelessness.
To remember each of these individuals is always a mix of emotion, just like with any of my other friends or my loved ones who pass away throughout the year. You know, it is with tears, with laughter, sometimes frustration or disappointment, not in them, but maybe different circumstances.
The emotional ceremony was also a way to celebrate the lives of these individuals and to celebrate the community that they all added to.
It's wonderful that we have so many different touch points with people in the community who care. And many of those also really want to see this number dwindle each year and not continue to grow.
Christy Allen presided over the ceremony. The Broadway UMC youth pastor began working with Hotel Inc. through her youth ministry and has taken part in the ceremony for years.
I feel like this particular day is so important because it does bring to mind the problems that we do have in our community, the lack of housing, the lack of health care, help for veterans, all of those things. It gives us an opportunity to think about those things and be reminded of the work we still need to do.
The somber event gives way to the spirited work that everyone can do in their community through love and compassion.
I think it reminds us that we all have struggles in life, and that as part of just being human is helping each other, realizing that we each have a part that we can do, even if it's a small way or a large way. We don't have to work here to be making a difference.
If you or someone you know is struggling with homelessness and wants to help getting off the streets, consider visiting hotelinc.com. There are also opportunities to invest and donate with the group.
Investment, one of Governor Andy Beshear's key campaign points has been his promise to give teachers the pay raise they deserve. However, he also believes the future for the Commonwealth is bright. Mark Vanderhoff sat down with the governor and has more.
Tennessee just passed a 22% teacher raise.
For a long time, Governor Andy Beshear framed pay raises as an issue of teacher recruitment and retention. Now, he's adding another approach.
An 11% raise to every employee. Think about what that's going to do for businesses downtown, for small businesses all over. What it's going to do to our economy is going to be really exciting.
With his re-election campaign behind him, Beshear says he's recently talked to some Republican leaders about the future.
All of us are talking about wanting a more routine meeting schedule set up so we can work through the session and hopefully where we can find common ground, we can get things done.
Does that free you a little bit now that you don't have to run for re-election? I mean, does it allow you to do something differently, or?
I think that the people of Kentucky know I've always done what I think is right, and I haven't been afraid to push something no matter the odds. What I do think it accomplishes is it may free some others, because now they don't have to worry about a win or a loss for me. I'm term limited.
Beshear also made a bold prediction. He thinks Democrats, who now only have 20 of 100 seats in the state house, might gain a couple seats.
I believe that there were some seats that flipped the last time that are in areas that, for instance, in my election, voted overwhelmingly for me to return.
Beshear says the lopsided control the GOP has in Frankfort has allowed the party's more extreme faction to gain power. So, what does he think Democrats should focus on to win back voters at the polls?
A clear and relentless focus on the things that matter most to people, and they're not partisan at all. To be the group that, like the people of Kentucky, wake up every day thinking about quality jobs, that think about our infrastructure, that think about public safety, that think about public education.
If passed, Beshear's proposal will be the largest single pay raise for public school educators and staff in 40 years. With winter weather on the horizon and thought of last winter's deep freeze over the holidays, now is the time to know how to protect the pipes in your home. The good news is most things are cheap and easy. Some tips include opening cabinets when it's cold outside. This allows the pipes to be warmed by the ambient air temperature. Allowing the taps to drip is also a good way to prevent any from freezing.
You may not be able to prevent the freeze, but you can prevent excess damage just by knowing and educating yourself or who's going to be watching your house. Maybe you have a house setter. Knowing where that main water shutoff is so you can prevent excessive damage to your home.
Evans says that many problems don't necessarily manifest until the spring, so it is important to understand your home and have things checked out if you believe there's a problem. No snow or freezing temperatures in the Christmas weekend forecast, but the rain we're expecting may keep many of you indoors. So why not check out the streaming heartwarming family action movie filmed in Cave City? News 40's Michael Ridgway introduces us to the Kangaroo Kids.
Well, I have filmed in Kentucky before, and I had filmed at Kentucky Down Under, not because of the animals, but because of a cave. And I said, boy, one day we got to do a movie about a kangaroo. And that one day came.
At our very own Kentucky Down Under, a new movie filmed this summer is coming to our homes via Sunstream called Kangaroo Kids.
I got the part of Marty, and I'm one of the
bungling crooks, I guess, that starts the movie off, and it was an amazing part. I'm very, very proud of it. It was an experience of a lifetime.
Not only is it a lot of fun, it's a great boon to our local economies.
It means a lot to us because they bring in a lot of money. You know, the economic impact is amazing to our small towns, to our small businesses.
The film is featuring a lot of local talent as well.
I was like, when I first got the call that I was in it, I was like super surprised. And like, because I've always wanted to be on movies, so I was just like super happy when I did get called.
It meant a lot to some of the kids who were able to hit the big screen.
My favorite part was meeting all the kangaroos and watching them shoot the movie. My favorite part was getting to see a lot of people, what are now my new friends, and experiencing it.
And of course, it's always an adventure for the Southern Kentucky Film Commission, who works to bring productions like this to the state.
I think the locals love being a part of film. And then this one was really fun and interesting because it was mostly kids, and animals, and you just never know what's going to happen with kids or animals. So it has been a lot of fun.
In Horse Cave, because local matters, Michael Ridgway, WNKY News 40.
Like Michael said, you can find Kangaroo Kids starting Christmas Day on the streaming service Sunstream. Still to come on News 40 at 5, a new variant of coronavirus is making its way through the United States. We'll have ways to protect yourself while traveling this holiday season in just a bit. But first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is back with a full look at our forecast. We're just a few hours away from winter, but rain is on the way. He'll have more details right after this.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Electrical needs? Don't compromise on quality. Choose Buck Electric, proudly serving Bowling Green for 27 years. Our licensed electricians are experts in residential and commercial repairs, ensuring your safety and satisfaction. From modern lighting design to essential panel upgrades, we provide quality solutions tailored to your needs. Experience the trust and reliability that comes with over a quarter-century of service. Visit buckelectricbg.com or call us today. Buck Electric, your connection to quality, safety, and experience.
Right now, a brand new move-in ready Jaygo home is more affordable than you might think. Jaygo Homes has the gift of a low 5.5% 30-year fixed interest rate that's guaranteed for the life of your loan. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your home will be protected with our exclusive 210 home warranty, backed by our full-time service department. Find your dream home today at jaygohomes.com. Yes, you really can be home for the holidays.
Tampton Stewart. May the happiness and peace of the holiday season be yours. Give to those less fortunate in this time of giving.
Happy holidays.
Do you like hash browns? What about Schlitz?
If so, we're Opossum Hollow.
Don't miss us this weekend.
On Marquee Backstage.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, you just mentioned it earlier, we're a few hours away from the winter solstice happening, but we're also a few days away from Christmas, and it's going to be wet this year.
Yeah, I mean, there's no, and just because the calendar says we're switching into winter tonight at 9:27 p.m., the winter solstice begins, doesn't mean we just flip a switch and everything goes to winter.
Yeah.
I wish it were that easy, but it's not. It is going to be warm, wet, and windy as we get into the weekend. There's live cam from downtown Bowling Green, and we're seeing a bit of a clearing line. Now, as we look off to the west, I have noticed here in the last few minutes, looks like there's some smoke there. I don't know, something burning. We'll check that out just to see what it is, but there you go. The overcast sky that we've had today, and now some of that clearing beginning to take place back to the west. Our high today, 54, 48, where we should be normally for this time of the year. We're going to go up even more than that, I think, tomorrow. 27 is where we started this morning. 31 is the normal low for this time of the year. Right now, it's 49, still mild. The winds are calm. Humidity at 42%, the dew point at 27, giving us a bit of an indicator where we might end up as far as low temperatures tonight. I think a few degrees warmer thanks to some clouds that will still be left around even into the overnight hours. Temperatures right now, we're in the low to mid 40s, even a few upper 40s as you travel over toward the Green River Lake area, like Campbellsville is at 48, E-Town at 48. You got T-Ville down at 48. Then you've got 49 here, but 50 over in Hopkinsville, 44 right now in Morgantown. And this is it. This is when the winter solstice begins, 9:27 tonight. Autumn says goodbye. This has been the shortest amount of daylight today, but it's going to be the longest night one more time after today. That changes. We're going to start to add minutes to your day as we go from this point forward. And high pressure will rule the roost again tomorrow. We'll clear out some of the clouds, not all of them, but most of them during the day tomorrow. And we're going to have that southerly flow that's going to give us a really nice day. Here's the beginning of the shower activity that is going to come our direction as we get into, say, late Friday night. We'll begin to see some scattered light rain showers at first, but the real energy with the system is holding off, and it's still back to the west. It's going to come through Saturday morning at first. Then we get a break, and then this thing refires as we get into Sunday night and Monday. Of course, that's Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and that is when we're going to get the most rain out of this system, but still no severe weather. Nothing like that. Hardly any storms at all with this system. 34 tonight, mainly cloudy and cold. And then tomorrow we get up to 57, mostly sunny day, 60 on Saturday with that slight chance of showers. It's not going to be all day. 65, look at that, warm and breezy on Sunday, Christmas Eve day. And then Monday, that's the better chance of rain at 90%, 60% on Tuesday. Then we begin to see things cooling down a bit back into the 50s, which is actually where we should be this time of the year as we head into the middle of next week. And here's what's coming up tonight on NBC 40.
I'm waking up my day, so let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on, keep the morning moving right along.
Watch WNKY News 40 Sunrise for the latest in local news.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise.
Weather on the 4s to get you out the door.
Good morning to everyone at home.
And local events and entertainment to jumpstart your day.
News 40 Sunrise Way.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Now get a new Bronco Sport with 1.9% financing for 60 months plus $3,000 bonus cash and no payments for 90 days. Only at your local Ford dealer.
The nursing home was supposed to keep your loved ones safe. No exceptions. Even in extreme circumstances, the basic standards must be met. No excuses. Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. The safety of your loved one is all that matters.
Hey, Santa, do you think you could give me one good, accurate snow prediction this year, please?
Could you? Please. Well, I'll see what I can do.
Please, please.
All right. Stay on your best behavior.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. But Merry Christmas from all of us here at News 40.
It's the picture-perfect season.
Gingerbread house.
I mean, this is Pictionary. Yeah. Are you not entertained? For festive family fun.
Ski
Launch.
Ski launch.
Ski launch. Pictionary every weekday.
A warning from the CDC about a new COVID-19 variant, which is currently the fastest growing strain of the virus in the U.S. It's already dominant in the Northeast, where it is estimated to cause about a third of new infections. In today's Health Minute, what to know about JN1 and how to protect yourself and your family. In a matter of weeks, it's expected to become the leading coronavirus variant around the world. JN1 has been dubbed a variant of interest by the World Health Organization because it's spreading quickly.
We kind of sensed something different was brewing.
Dr. Joseph Cabaza is a pulmonary and critical care physician at Cleveland Clinic. He says the past couple of weeks, he's seen more people being admitted into the ICU with lung issues related to COVID-19.
They have not led to as many ventilators or nothing like the volume we saw early on, but it really, that has been the notable change.
The CDC estimates COVID-19 cases more than doubled in the U.S. between late November and mid-December, perhaps from holiday travel and waning immunity. JN1 has only one change to its spike protein compared with the variant it descended from, but that change seems to have been enough to make JN1 a fitter and faster virus.
If you have diabetes or obesity or heart failure, or especially if you're on medications that lower your immune system, you're in a higher risk category.
To protect yourself and those around you, Cabaza says to first know your risk, whether you're vulnerable to severe disease. Then, if you're having respiratory symptoms, test for COVID-19. If you're infected, antiviral medications can help if given early.
Minimizing your odds of being hospitalized or getting very sick.
New Year's is right around the corner, and if quitting smoking is one of your resolutions, this addiction is not easy to let go of by any means. We sat down with MedCenter Health to learn the impact of quitting this unhealthy habit and how it affects women and men differently. The first step to ending the addiction is accepting that it is a problem. When you decide to get help, there are many health issues you can avoid.
Quitting smoking in general is just overall good for your health. You're reducing your risk for multiple different cancers. You're reducing your risk for heart disease, including strokes and heart attacks. But having, again, that support system in place, especially for women, because we're always taking care of everybody else, is going to be huge.
No matter what your gender is, quitting smoking is possible. There are several tips and resources available to make sure you can succeed. For more information, visit our website. That's WNKY.com. To consumer news now, everyone loves to think they found the perfect gift, but sometimes things don't go as planned. Consumer experts say every retailer has their own return policy, and every shopper should read the fine print before gifts are unwrapped. Karen Kaifa is in New York with what to know.
Maybe it's a perfect fit, or maybe it's not. Last year, the National Retail Federation expected almost 18% of merchandise sold during the holidays to be returned. So retailers are ready, but policies will vary. Melanie McGovern of the Better Business Bureau says to read the fine print about what's required.
There's a lot of return fraud, so retailers will ask for an ID, even if you have a receipt. So it's really important to make sure you have your ID, any kind of receipt, whether it's gift or original, and the original packaging, which will make your return a lot smoother.
Some retailers have made return windows more flexible to account for early holiday deals and more lag time between gift purchasing and gift giving. But last year, the National Retail Federation estimated holiday returns would cost about $171 billion. So some have added restrictions, especially, they say, with an uptick in return fraud. That's why McGovern says it's not unusual for fees to be attached.
A lot of retailers do have restocking fees, especially if it's a higher ticket item. Some retailers will take the postage to return the item, if it's an online retailer, out of your refund.
And when buying online, confirm whether the item is coming directly from the retail platform or from a third-party seller who may have a different return policy. In New York, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Still to come on News 40 at 5, Texas Governor Greg Abbott is receiving backlash from Washington. We'll have more on his approach to the influx of immigrants in his state right after this.
I'm waking up my day, so let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on, keep the morning moving right along. Yeah, I'm waking up my day, News 40 sunrise way. I'm waking up my day, WNKY. Yeah, we're on the force to get you out the door. I'm waking up my day, the News 40 sunrise way.
Weekday morning starting at 6.
Holiday shopping starts at the Purple Door, specializing in cute and comfortable clothing, shoes, and accessories. Fashion has never been easier. And with sizes from petite to plus, there's no reason to shop anywhere else this season. The Purple Door on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green.
Greenwood Ford Lincoln Mobile Service works where you work and can meet you when you need it. Our mobile service van is fully loaded with all the latest tools and diagnostic equipment. We provide a range of services, including oil and filter change, battery health checks, brake services, and tire rotation. Schedule your Greenwood Ford Lincoln mobile service online or by contacting Greenwood Ford Lincoln. With Greenwood Ford Lincoln mobile service, it's easy to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape.
Is trying to achieve just the right look in your home a bit overwhelming? At Ford's, we're here to help. Our team of consultants will work to help you achieve just the right style. Visit us today at Ford's Furniture and let our family help your family.
This December, Kelly's All New. The holidays are in full swing with merry guests. Do you get into Christmas?
Yes.
When I say I decorate for Christmas, I'm slightly unhinged. And all the festivities. We're hooking everyone in the audience up. It's a Holly Jolly Kelly. Oh my God, this is dangerous. I do not need another dog.
Weekdays at 3 on NBC 40. WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
The White House is strongly criticizing Texas Governor Greg Abbott's decision to fly migrants to sanctuary cities, calling it a, quote, political stunt. The move comes as federal data shows more than 10,000 migrants crossed the southern border into the U.S. illegally each of the last 3 days. Omar Villafranca reports from the border town of Eagle Pass, Texas.
The scene Thursday in Eagle Pass, Texas has become familiar. Large numbers of migrants gathered in a makeshift staging area waiting to be processed. On Wednesday, Border Patrol agents apprehended more than 10,000 migrants, according to federal data obtained by CBS News. Eagle Pass is in one of the busiest sectors for illegal crossings, which is taking a toll on the city.
The hospital is saturated on a daily basis. Our own citizens are affected and cannot receive the medical attention that they need.
Texas sent a plane of migrants to Chicago, an escalation of Republican Governor Greg Abbott's strategy to transport migrants to Democrat-led cities across the country. The move sparked an outcry in Chicago.
People like the governor of Texas, Governor Abbott, are engaged in human trafficking.
Outside a shelter in Chicago that houses migrants, a memorial was set up for a 5-year-old who died Monday after becoming ill. The cause of death is under investigation and is raising questions about the care migrants are receiving.
There is no reason that a child who crossed 7 countries should die in a shelter in Chicago.
From Chicago to Texas, leaders are making the same demand: more federal resources to address the crisis. Omar Villafranca, CBS News, Eagle Pass, Texas.
Stay tuned because we'll have a final check of your forecast when we return.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
It's the winning season at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win cash or free play with nightly drawings December 25th through the 31st. Bring home the jolly this holiday season at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Visit themintgaming.com for more details.
Right now, a brand new move-in ready Jaygo home is more affordable than you might think. Jaygo Homes has the gift of a low 5.5% 30-year fixed interest rate that's guaranteed for the life of your loan. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable throughout the year with our exclusive Energy Smart technology. Find your dream home today at JaygoHomes.com. Yes, you really can be home for the holidays.
Name something an elf might get teased about.
A bald head, Steve.
Did you just want to say that? Something happens to Santa when he ends up on Miss Claus' naughty list.
A spanking.
And you see how she did?
A spanking.
Weeknights at 5 and 6:30 on CBS 40.
Do you like hash browns? What about Schlitz?
If so, we're Opossum Holler.
Don't miss us this weekend.
On Marquee Backstage.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
Well, Chris, it's crazy to think that some of these low temperatures we're seeing are normally what we should be seeing as highs around this time of year in December. But
that is a good point. Yes, it just kind of puts us in that little topsy-turvy, out-of-season kind of norm that we're in right now. It's not going to last. I think by the time we get in January, you're going to feel the cold air. Just for the rest of this year, it appears we're going to stay warm. Now, tonight will be mostly cloudy and cold, a low of 34, but a lot of these clouds tonight will begin to clear out by tomorrow morning, and I'm looking at a sunny day, mostly sunny day for tomorrow.
Get used to it while you can. This rain's coming in for Christmas, so
yeah,
might as well get used to the sun while you can.
I wish we didn't have it for Christmas, but it's
hey, we
just
all don't.
The way it is.
Well,
yeah.
We appreciate you joining us tonight on News 40 at 5. We'll see you over on CBS 40 at 6.